Hey, good morning, everybody. Good morning, Joe. Good morning, BD Rider. Hopefully, everybody can hear me there. And welcome back to another Saturday morning and coffee with HDR. Just see if we can get some more people to wake up there this morning and jump on the live stream. See if we get anybody coming in to visit us. If you're new to the live stream, by all means, throw something in the comments there. We're always happy to have you commenting and joining in on the sessions here. Good morning, Ed. This has been, I think this is week 5 already of Coffee with HDR. So it's pretty neat. I enjoy getting up Saturday mornings. All things, being very honest and truthful. I rolled over in bed and I looked at the clock and I'm like, is that time right? And I looked again. It was 6:30. I'm like, whoops, time to get up and move. I got to get the coffee rolling there for Coffee with HDR. But yeah, that was kind of funny. It's like, wow, what time is it? Went to bed reasonably early though. I don't know why. Payne's Ride, good morning to you, my friend. Up there in the great state of Connecticut. I hope I got that right. I'm pretty sure it's right. But yeah, man, good morning to you. Hopefully, some of you are going to experience the long weekend. We got Monday off, so that really helps to adjust the week a little bit. A lot of you know that I started into these. Let me see if I got it here. These, if you can hold this up, these college classes now. It's kind of interesting though, because actually right now I'm working remotely. Today I will be here in my little studio office and be online with the college. So taking these classes. It's only 5 years of your life. What else do I have to do, right? But yeah, so good morning, Marcy. Good to see you in there this morning. Good to have you on board with us. I've been trying to work out a plan here, trying to figure out how to take phone calls on this show. I think that would kind of give it the third dimension that I'm looking for. So you guys can actually call in and say hello and chat that way too on actually have your voice on. Good morning, Be the Rider, PA. I didn't bring that connector up here either. See if I can find it online here. Let's see what that's from. There we go. If I can't get a good picture of it to show you. There you go. Let's see. Pick up in store, reserved. Yeah, it looks like they got a lot of them in now. This right here is, good morning, Joe. Nice to have you on board this morning. Try to sit back here a little bit, relax here. Let's see. There we go. Get a little comfortable there. This little guy right here, I'm going to show you. Here, let's see here. So Mrs. HDR bought me the hot wired pants. I don't know if I showed them to you or not. I don't even know. They're laying here. Oh, they're over there. The hot wired pants for Christmas, which is great. So now I have the pants, the coat, and the gloves. So it's wonderful. I should be very, very warm. And I went to plug the pants into the coat, and sure enough, it does not work. They don't connect that way. So you need this Y cable. When I first started looking, they were sold out everywhere in the U.S. You couldn't buy from any motorcycle shop. I didn't want to buy a knockoff because I don't really know if it's wired correctly. So I wanted to buy the hot wired connector. And I actually was talking to Be the Rider PA one morning. We were chit-chatting on the phone, and I just happened to click on my phone on it, and it was available. And I was like, buy now. I didn't even hesitate. And they wanted a $10 part. They wanted $10.49 to ship it to my house. Look how small that thing is. Just look how little that is. So I had it shipped to the store yesterday. Well, last week, actually. Mrs. HDR was over at Cycle Gear yesterday. And she picked it up for me, so I now have it. Good news. I finally, 99.9% sure, got my dirt bike running correctly with the install of the O2 sensor last night. That's a relief, Payne's Rods, because now we'll be able to see more of your great adventures out there in the trails and in the mud. So I can't wait. Hopefully you recorded you putting the O2 sensor in so you can teach us, backyard mechanics something important. Even if those are the kind of videos, guys, that do really, really well on a channel, is when you're helping somebody else, you put something out there. So a lot of times people say, well, I get a lot of these calls from Bodine 52. We talk a lot, obviously. And he goes, yeah, I was going to do this topic, but 4 people did it already. I said, well, put your own twist on it. Your way of showing something is totally different. You'll be taking a mud bath with it tomorrow. Good deal. Good deal. Good morning, Judy. I like how we can do this too. Payne's Rod's going to be out there tomorrow, taking his dirt bike out into the mud. I have about 10 minutes from Cycle Gear on Route 8. Let me know when I can pick it up for you. BD Rider, thank you so much. Mrs. HDR picked it up yesterday, so I do appreciate that very, very much. Yourself, it takes us about maybe an hour to get to Cycle Gear from where we live. I wish they would build one in Robinson, and I actually looked into opening up a store myself, like a franchise, but they want a ton of money to even get started. You have to already have your storefront. You have to have this. You have to have so many square feet. It's crazy. Next time, hey, thanks, BD Rider, man. I appreciate it. Next time for sure, buddy. And we'll meet up somewhere in the middle, and we'll definitely be riding together this summer because I know you're really, really close. So I know you're close. I think, let me see here. I think I do have, let me see. I'm pretty sure if I find it here. Pretty sure. Pretty sure. I'm almost positive this is BD Rider. Check this out. Correct, BD Rider? There you go. Met these 2 fine fellows when I was at I think we went down to Three Rivers Harley Davidson for a chili cook-off or some kind of event they were having. And I met these two men here. So going to the Motovlogger meetup, Be the Rider PA. Yep, he is. Good. Anthony, good morning to you. Good to have you on board there this morning. Yeah, that Motovlogger meetup on June 11th, 12th, and 13th in Tazewell is going to be pretty interesting stuff there. So here's Payne's Ride. If you guys ever want to know what Payne's Rides actually looks like, there he is. And I started doing this stuff when I started meeting people. I started putting them on HarleyDayRider.com as people I get to meet over the years. And it's great. It's good times. D-Best 1A. This guy here was really interesting. We met him in Memphis. I believe we were in Memphis. He kept calling me up and on Facebook, and we kept messaging, and he was telling us where it was safe to stay around his town, where to get a good hotel at. Just a super nice guy, really, really helpful. And at that time, I had the old bike, and he goes, HDR, let's go get a picture out there by Legend. And Miss HDR looked at it and said, what's Legend? He goes, well, your motorcycle, of course. Yeah, I should have probably kept the old black girl there, man. She was a good bike. nothing wrong with it. And we talked about that. Sometimes you just want to upgrade, right? And so we upgrade the bike, but you know, I always say if the bike is doing everything you want it to do, then that's what you need it to do. You know, this couple here was great. We were down at the Knee and Guards Harley Davidson for a chili cook-off or some event they were having. And this gentleman stopped me outside and said, "Aren't you HDR?" And I was like, "Wow, excuse me." It just makes you feel good when people recognize you out there. He said he actually recognized Mrs. HDR from the kitchen table talks that we had, and he wanted to see if he can get some couple pictures with us. We talked with him and his wife for probably at least an hour. We chit chatted, had a great time talking to those two. They are from somewhere down in Ohio, but just a great couple, really good people. So I like putting those up there. You may or may not know this guy. This young fella here is Moose 3971. Another great person there. Good deal. He's a nice person. This old dog, you might know him from when he threw his backrest across the parking lot and he was cussing at it and kicking it around. And that's good old Mike Killy 7. And a couple of these are from the last meetup that we had when we went to the bridge down in West Virginia. Good morning, Waybane. This gentleman stopped me at the Progressive Motorcycle Show. Same thing. He just stopped over and said, "Hey, HDR." And I turned around and we started chit-chatting, and really nice guy. Ended up getting a couple pictures with him also. Everybody knows this character, right? Mr. Yep, Mr. McStash. He's him and his wife travel everywhere together on their bike. His wife now got her own trike, and that's really super cool. So, but yeah, just some pictures there from some days in the past. This guy here stopped me. We were at the New River Gorge Harley Davidson. He stopped me in the aisle and said, "Excuse me, are you HDR?" And here he was outside with his phone. This will tell you guys at Motovlog. He was outside with his phone looking at my bike, trying to match it up, making sure it was the proper motorcycle before he approached me. But again, we talked to him, his dad, and his wife. Myself and Mrs. HDR probably talked to them for about an hour. Gave us a good restaurant to go to down on Route 16, I think it was. So it was a good time. But yeah, really nice. You know, and we talked before, there's the whole family there. There's the dad, there's the wife. So myself and Mrs. HDR. And that was on our trip last year, making the circuit of back roads to ride. So, but the thing about that is what I like most about all of this, we talk a lot about YouTube and views, and we talk about subs, and people say, "Good morning, Mike. Good to see you." Okay, you got the first gear socks. Good deal, Mike. Mike, do those socks plug into the hot wired pants? Can you tell me that? Well, we talk about subs. You talk about, like, some channels only have, 20 subs. Some channels have 200 subs, and you get 50 views on your video. It really doesn't matter. Here's what matters the most. We built this community on YouTube. Not we, like me, but in general, all of us have built this great community. Look, there's 25 people here this morning having coffee. We're all just having coffee here this morning and just enjoying ourselves, chit-chatting away. Oops. And that's what it's all about, right? Oh, good. I might get those because I don't like the hot wired insoles. I don't really, those are just for the bottom of your feet. I think the socks would be the way to go. Now, Anthony's drinking some iced tea. Good deal, Anthony. You will have more great picks from the upcoming season, I am sure. I am sure, Judy. I'm sure there's going to be a ton of people to meet down in Tazewell this year. I'm really looking forward to that. Looking forward to having a good time with everybody down there. and just having a blast. I'm already booked, so I know I'll definitely be there 100%. So I will be down there. Also, Bodine 52 as well as Bronco Ride will be down there for sure. We actually talked about doing a live stream with all you guys, trying to figure out, can we do a live stream from the meetup down there? Good morning, Harley 103. Nice to see you on board this morning. Yeah, we talked about doing that and having a live stream down there with everybody. And I think that would be kind of cool, But, and many of you know, we try to have Mr. G, 1965. Is that right? Mr. G, 1965. That is right. We tried to have him on our live stream show. I'm going out Sunday with a buddy here in Reading, PA. There's a distinct possibility I may be riding this weekend. We're checking the weather because it's supposed to rain and we may get some snow, and that's going to definitely lock me down. But if it clears up and the road's dry, I think I'm going to get the bike out for a little bit, especially not get the heated pants. So if you ride enduro in the winter, you won't need heated gear. I'm sure I see Mr. Payne's riding those dirt bikes, and that's not, I don't think I could do it. No. Send you more info on that, please, HDR. Judy, that if you're talking about the meetup, it's going to be in the Tazewell area, actually the back of the Dragon, June 11th, 12th, and 13th. So if you're looking for a hotel, there's a lot of hotels down there. There are people to contact. I am not one of the originators of that at all. We are just going as simply guests to meet everybody. So I think that's just to have a good time. Just like everybody else, there's people that are flying in from, they're talking about flying in from overseas. So we'll see how it goes. I wasn't going to get coffee. Now I may as well. Too cold in Florida right now to enjoy riding. Too cold in Florida right now. What? Check out this comment from Taz HD. Too cold in Florida. What is the temperature in Florida right now? I have to wonder. What is the temperature here right now? Let's see where we're at. 28 degrees right now here where I live. Taz says he's not built that way. Anthony says it's snowing now at the shop. Yeah, it's supposed to snow this weekend, so we'll see. I do have some garage videos to shoot, and I think that's a possibility. I've been working so hard between, you guys know, between teaching my students. We're doing what's called the hybrid model. You probably heard about that on TV. And it's probably one of the, it is one of the worst ways you could possibly teach. Because what a hybrid model is we have, part of our kids in school and part of our kids out of school. Now, here's the kicker. So Monday and Tuesday, you have one half of your kids. Wednesday, we teach everybody online, that's the best way, either all in or all out, right? And then Thursday and Friday, you get the other half of your kids in, and those kids that were in Monday and Tuesday are now online. So you're trying to juggle these lessons and trying to teach these kids back and forth. It is, and they told us, they said, if you're a new teacher and you can teach this year, you're going to be teaching, the rest of your life until you retire, because it's horrible to write 4 different lesson plans and know who you're teaching, when you're teaching them. We're getting along. I don't feel as bad for me as what I feel for my students. Many of you know I teach at a career center. So the way a career center, like welding, there's HVAC, there's the metal shop, which is welding, I guess. There's a wood shop, electrical. I teach cybersecurity and networking. Well, I have all this great gear, right? And the kids, I want them to touch the gear and use the equipment, but they can't if you're virtual. So it makes it really, really hard. But just with that, so with the teaching, with the college classes now that I'm going to, and I have assignments every week that I'm drilling down and working through. So with knocking those both out and writing lesson plans, I need a break. So I figured this weekend, I have class today, but I'm going to pull back Sunday and Monday. Mrs. HDR actually wants to go somewhere, and I truly hope she does, because guys, I need a break. Did you ever feel you get to that end of your rope and you're just going to like explode because you're doing so much stuff, and you feel like you're treading water some days. Like I just am barely hanging on there. So anyway, I just wanted to throw that out there. So yeah, so there may be some garage videos if I can't ride. It's 38 in Reading. That's riding weather. If you got heated gear, that's riding weather. Next week we'll be back in the 70s. Well, I'm coming down to Florida. I'm going to come visit in Florida and check everything out down there. Yeah, it'll be a wet ride tomorrow, Payne's ride, but you like those. When you're a dirt rider, you guys, I see you guys out there and you love that stuff. So Ozarks got 3 inches of snow yesterday. Oh man. Steve, good morning to you in Canada, man. Glad the coffee is brewing. Maybe one day, again, sometime in our lifetime, we can come to Canada. We love going to Canada. We love crossing the border. Now, basically, we've been to, what is that, Ontario, kind of in that area around Niagara Falls, naturally. But we love the area. Maybe you can show us some of the country one day. We'll bring the bike up, Steve, and maybe we get together and you can show us some nice riding areas up there. No coffee for me. Almost bedtime. Geneva or Ganuva. Oh, man. Do you teach kids how to read a slide ruler? No, not anymore. We don't. I teach my kids a lot of exploits. So what exploits are is like you hear about these on the news, like backdoor Trojans. We actually learn how to create those, how to control them, how to take over networks. And the reason we learn that is because I'm teaching these kids cybersecurity, so they have to defend against that. So the only way to defend against a crime is to know how to create the crime to begin with. And they're pretty good. They are pretty good. These kids are really good at what they do. It's a joy teaching, and I have a lot of fun at it. It's aggravating because of how we're doing it right now, but I still like it. I mean, the students are great, and that's what matters. Yeah, as long as you don't forget the waterproof socks. Hey, I did want to bring something up here, and I have 30 people online with me right now. Good morning to each and every one of you, and thank you for joining me here. It makes doing these, all worth it for chit chatting to you folks. But I'm going to push out another moto vlogger. We do this from time to time. We love interviewing them on our shows. I don't have anybody ever lined up for this particular show because it's kind of a different way to handle this live stream. But anyway, this gentleman here sent me a comment 2 days ago. Yeah, 2 days ago, said, "Hey, I sent you something to your PO box." And he's a great guy, and I've been subscribed to him for a while. So it's not just that he sent something to me that I'm promoting him. I don't want you to think that. But here you go. So I want you guys to check this guy out. HD Trikaholic. HD Trikaholic. If you're not subscribed, you can see there he got 12 subs right now. So maybe by the end of this show, he'll have 42. Because if there's 30 of you in here right now, roughly, everybody goes over and clicks on it and gives him another sub. That'd be wonderful. But he did. He sent me a thing. He said, "Hey, HDR, I sent something to your PO box." And since he doesn't have an Instagram account, I said, "Well, how can I thank him for this?" And I thought I would thank him for that. Would be one. Good morning, Henry. Nice to see you on board there. Oh, ice raining. He said it's ice raining outside, so I won't be going out there for a while. But actually, so Miss HDR went down to the PO box, and this is what HD Trikaholic sent. You see that? These really super neat little Harley Davidson tumblers was in our post office box. It's from Harley Davidson. They are really nice. I guess he hears how much Miss HDR said. So people actually know like we drink too much or whatever, but these are super cool. It was nice that he sent these to us out of the blue. And so I wanted to thank him again. That's HD Trikaholic. He lives in Las Vegas, Nevada. And by all means, if you can go over, check out his channel. I will actually, you know, I'll make it even easier. I'll stick it in the chat window here and you can click on it. If you want to go over and give the man a sub, that would be absolutely wonderful. He has great video content. And there you go. There's his channel link. Great video content. He does a lot of coffee rides. You can see he does a lot of casino riding around the casinos. Talks a lot about free play. A lot of the videos are anywhere from, I don't know, 4 minutes to 14 minutes there, but just a nice guy. HD Trikaholic. I see one of you guys already hit him up for a sub. Thank you very much. And hopefully the rest of you folks will go over there and give him a sub too. So it was super cool paints rides. It was just nice, you know, out of the blue. And, you know, but a super nice guy. We talked back and forth on comments, obviously. It's nice when people have Instagrams, because when you have an Instagram account, it makes it nice because we can use the messenger feature in Instagram. You know, maybe one day YouTube will have that and become more of a social media platform, even more so than what it is. Taz used to live in Las Vegas. I didn't know that. We have a really close friend of ours that lives in Vegas now, and she seems to love it. She's been living here for quite a number of years. She's a school teacher in Vegas, and just living her life out, you know. Never drink too much. Still trying to get my adult beverage box unpacked from the move. Anthony, that's the first box we would unpack, is the adult beverage box. No, wait, probably wouldn't even be packed. It would just be in the car, like a big bottle of Jameson or big bottle of honey whiskey or a couple beers. All right, Harley 103, thank you very much for stopping by. Have a great day at work if that's possible. And we will hopefully see you next Saturday. Just got on board with HD Trikaholic. Thanks, Ozarks. I appreciate that. Like I said, so everybody go over there, hit him up for a sub. And if you can't, watch his videos, you know, check out some. And I know we're also, there was somebody that did a video the other day about that. Who was it? Boots and Jeans, the husband, Mr. Boots, we'll call him. And he talked about subs and how you can sub so many channels. And he was talking about a sub back. So the way that works is I would tell Ozarks, hey, Ozarks, I'm going to sub your channel if you sub mine. He goes, okay, great, I'll sub yours. And then you tell the next person, I'll sub your channel. Well, if you do that 2,000 times, nobody will ever be watching anybody's videos. You can't. It's just like having, you know, we used to have cable TV here at the house. We are cable cutters now, and I did a video on that. There were so many channels that we paid for, we didn't watch them all. So it's like, well, let's cut the cable and get rid of that, you know, that payment that we're not doing anyway. Same with YouTube. He's your typos, Ark. There you go. I'm one of those people that's very happy where you live. When I lived there, I missed Florida. Now that I'm here, I miss there. Such is life. Good morning, Jaman. Nice to see you in there this morning. Welcome. Ozarks, if I didn't say it, good morning to you. Yeah, so anyway, there was something else. Oh, excuse me. There's something else I wrote up that we were going to talk about this morning, and it is actually, I don't know if you guys use these or not, the new Sennas. Senna is getting to become one of those companies, honestly, that is always looking into your pocket, right? Is always reaching in your pocket. Some people buy into this. They're like any other tech company, like Apple, Android phones, Google, Apple laptops. Every year they come out with a model that's just a little bit better than last year. There's something better about it. We don't know what it is, but it's better. And a lot of people get on that boat where they have to buy them all. I know people that have, you know, 6 different Sennas that work perfectly well in a drawer at their house, and they're not using any of them because they bought the new model. And the baseline is these things work. We have the 20S's is what Mrs. HDR wears. I wear anymore. You guys have seen it. If I can bring this back up here, I wear the 10C. It's the Evo. I do a lot of my recording on that. You'll see a lot more recording coming back on that 10C Evo. And for this next season, I was shooting at the end of the season using the GoPro, but I think that my signature on my videos is the side helmet view. I think people like that. For the most part, people seem to enjoy it because that's who I am. Sometimes as a motovlogger, you'll lose contact about who you are, and you'll start wanting to be like somebody else. And I always tell everybody, I've told people this since the very first time I meet them, be yourself, be original, and just don't change from that. You don't have to be like everybody else. So I started to, wear the GoPro on the chin, and people don't seem to like that from my side of the videos, but this is not a video camera. This particular Senna is the 50S. Now here's something the 50 has in it, and I think the 30 may have in it. It's called mesh networking, MESH. What mesh networking allows you to do is allows you to connect up to, I think, 10 riders, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not really going to look it up. I'm just going by memory. So they allows you to connect up to 10 riders, where the standard Sennas allows you to connect only 4 riders. So we have a trip planned this year, vacation, and there's going to be 6 of us. And we were wondering, how can we get all 6 of us up on the Sennas at one time? You can't. So, and obviously everybody by now knows who we're going on vacation with. So what we're trying to do is we're thinking about the 3 guys will be linked up, and the 3 women will be linked up, the 3 girls. So we're thinking that right now. We're not sure how that's going to work out. And then you can always flip on your Senna back. You can flip channels and go back to your spouse and talk, and hit the button and flip back into your group. So it's going to take a little work, but we will figure that out. It was a 20S test. Yeah, the 20S is what Mrs. HDR wears. I still have one. It's actually laying over there. We started out with was it the 10S? 10, I don't know, 10 VDC, whatever they were called. But we started out with those, and we liked them. So I decided to upgrade to the 20 when we noticed that we were going to be traveling every year and travel a lot, because I think the 20 is more solid communications than the 10s. The 10s work. I sold the 10s, and the folks that bought them are still using those. So they actually work pretty good. There's another company out too called Cardio something, and they seem to be very good. People seem to really like those. So it all depends what you like. The wife and I don't have Senna yet. Jaman, buy a set. I would say if you can find to get the 20S would be fine for you two. You're not going to pay a whole lot for that package anymore. You can find them around, but it makes riding with your spouse, it gives it a whole nother dimension. Can't keep up with them. I know CMB, the Rider PA, has a 5, a 10, a 20. I know he also has a 10C because he tried to sell it to me. It's in the drawer. And now he has a 10C Evo. So as long as my electronics keep working for my needs, then I don't upgrade. And you're right, Payne's rides. That's the big thing. As long as it works. The thing I'm impressed, we've ridden in a lot of rainstorms with these things, and the camera kind of freaks me out having the Evo on your helmet, but it seems to hold up pretty good in the rain. I know Be the Rider PA had his in some major rainstorms, and it's still functioning fine. So be careful with the 10C Pro. I don't know if it does as well in the rain as the Evos. I don't know if it's as well weather sealed. And I see there, Doug, you said you have one. Rework the Evo, stick with the Pro. Yeah, so the only thing the Evo has over the Pro is a little bit better video content, but really I would stick with the Pro too. If you have a Pro and you like it, it's working, just stick with the 10C Pro. The only thing I didn't like about the 10C is the 10C itself has it doesn't have a Wi-Fi, so you can't see it on your phone when you're trying to adjust the camera. You know, you're trying to tune it in, where the 10C Pro does and the Evo does. Jim, you said the mesh network is 30 people. That's not a safe plan, HDR. What's not a safe plan? What did I say? Seriously conspiring. Well, it's not a serious plan, Pains Rides. Fill me in what I said. Sometimes I have to go back in these shows and rewatch. It's like, what did I say? About that one. All she wants to do is yell at me. Well, Anthony gets yelled at. You want me to tell you guys a story why Anthony gets yelled at by his wife on the Senna? Because Anthony's motorcycle, the throttle is stuck, and it's stuck at 90 mile per hour. No, honestly not. It's stuck at 70 mile per hour. His motorcycle will not go under 70. It's new. I don't know why that is. I think it has something to do with the cruise control. I don't know. It's messing up on his computer. And his wife gets mad because he hits bends like this. I'm going to show you how Anthony hits a bend. Now, some of you guys are like, well, HDR, that's how you do it. So if you're following Anthony, he hits a bend like this. Like his bike's laying down. His wife's knees dragging the ground as they're going around a bend. And she gets a little scared. So yeah, she might yell at you, Anthony. I always pick on him. He is a fast rider. Super fast. Yeah, be the right P. Forgot about the other one. I have a Cardiac Slim, works good. Never tried the Senna. Yeah, Mike. A lot of people like the cardios. They say they work really, really good. Let's see here. Yep, been through a lot of rain as well. Doug says that. Okay, so yeah. Yeah, and the Evo USB port is in the wrong position. It's also, you got to be careful because the charging port, for whatever reason, here's the unit. Here's the way it sits on your helmet. The charging port's on the top. So if you use my battery mod and you have that battery plugged in there and it's raining, where's the water going? Right in the top. So that's one thing I don't do. I don't connect the external battery if it's going to rain. Usually we don't even record video. It won't shut now. Close. And the reason we don't record video is because it kills the battery. So I would rather have it to communicate with Mrs. HDR when we're riding. So Painsrod says he likes Anthony. You would love riding with Anthony Painsrod. He is your kind of rider. He's a good guy. I pick on him all the time. As you know, he's local. We are friends. You know, we know each other really well. So that's why I pick on him. We've ridden with him and his wife. I've been out to dinner with him. I had a great time. Plan on doing it again this summer. I believe mesh allows older Sennas to connect. The only way, Doug, that the older Sennas can connect with mesh is you need to buy the mesh adapter. Here, I want to show you that in a second. Let me see if I can't find the mesh stuff here. Let's see. We were just looking at all this the other night, trying to figure if we can use it for a trip. Let's see. I don't know. Huh. Oh, wait. Oh. There you go. I found it. So this is what you got to buy. If you want to use a 20S or a 10C Pro or something to that point, this is what you got to buy right here. This is the mesh intercom adapter. So you connect your 10 or your 20 up to this device, and then this device will put you on the mesh network. Let's see. Henry says, I like my Xena. You put me into it. Your Senas. Yeah. The Senna is great. Myself and Henry talk a lot when we ride. Painswise, let me know. Anthony. Yeah. Anthony, Payne's ride was local. What was that? Payne's probably October, November area time frame. He was up in the mountains. He was really close to us. I was planning on going up there to meet him, and life got in the way. Yeah, I see your Victory runs really, really good. They said Victory is one of the most. I think a lot of the police departments was using Victory because of the slow speed maneuvering and the lean angles. Mesh is only good if you have it. The cost more money. That said, Senna will be Senna always adding. Yeah, and here's the second downfall of this particular mesh unit that we found for our trip. You need one for each individual 20S, right? Or 10C. So I would need one, Miss HDR would need one, and these things aren't cheap. So you start buying these, and then what about the interference? So if I have two of these now on my motorcycle, how do I know if it's not going to interfere with each other, get a bunch of crosstalk? So it's not going to be a good solution. I think if we ride the motorcycles close enough to each other, what we could do is plug into each other's bikes and have all of our plugged in intercom systems working. Yeah, the 10C Pro, you wished it had a longer battery life during the camera use for the Type-C charging port. And Sonic's, actually, I did create a battery modification where now I can use, let me see where it's at here. I use these batteries here. These little batteries I bought on Amazon. And if you see on the back, there's Velcro. It's Velcro to my helmet with a little charging cable, which I'm sure it's here somewhere. Oh, here it is. With this little charging cable right here. And I can now record all day long on my 10C Evo. It actually is, it gets to the point where, I'll run out of memory card space before I run out of battery. So buy yourself one of those, Velcro to your helmet. I did a video on it. Go back in my video archives and look for it there. Might even be able to search it. I'm not really sure if you can search it or not. Let's see if I can't maybe just find it real quick. Hey, see Ozarks, have a great weekend, man. Take care. Thanks for stopping in. Appreciate it. All right. Let's see here. Video search. Battery. Battery. Yeah, here it is. Here you go. If you want to check out this video, Sonic, there's the video of when I did my mod and show you how to actually put it together. It's been watched over 2,000 times. People actually still comment on it and seem to really love the way it works. But yeah, I also just seen this morning that Senna actually come out with some HD. They come out with some HD audio things for the ears. So I think that's really super cool. Better speakers. And, I might end up buying a set of those. I don't know. I don't even know if it comes with the whole setup or if it's just the speakers. Let's see here. Let's see. Speakers. Yeah, I'm not sure if these. No, it might just be. I thought maybe it was the whole unit. Is what I was hoping for. I think they're just the speaker units. Yeah, it looks like it. Yeah, just the speakers. So, but these are the new HD or Sena HD speakers. Here's the new speakers, and they said they have these now for the 10C Evo, the 10C Pro, as well as the 20S, the 20S Evo, and the 30K. So you can buy them here. It looks like for the 10C, it's going to set you back about $40 US, about $45 euros, and in the US for the 20S, it's going to be about $40, and again about $46 in euros. So, all right, Jamon, thank you so much for joining us here this morning. We do appreciate it, and have a great day, man. Oops, if I can find my mouse. All right, take care. I'll see you there, buddy. But yeah, so the speakers for the 10Cs you said is supposed to be released. It looks like they did get those out, so they are available to you. If anybody buys these things, do a video on it and tell me how they are. I would love to know. Love to hear how they actually sound and how they work. But that'd be great. Yeah, so I don't know what the weather is doing this weekend. JBL speakers with the cardio. I heard JBL speakers. My Mrs. HDR actually has 2 sets of those. I bought her a couple years ago for Christmas JBL earbuds. She loves them. They work great. And now her daughters actually purchased her a JBL Bluetooth speaker, and it's only like that small. I mean, and the sound is absolutely amazing. So I think that the Cardios or the JBL speakers are great. I'm just trying to look at the weather here to see what the weather's going to be doing this weekend in my neck of the woods. It looks like at the present moment, it kind of looks like snow. You can see that. It looks like it's snowing down around me. Let's see daily what it's looking like. Well, if it snows on Sunday and it snows on Tuesday, what's the chances of the roads being dry on Monday when there's 50% chance of precipitation? So that would be none. That would be no. So might not get much riding back in until it's not looking good at all. I don't know when we get riding back in. So looks like it's time to fire up the heater and do some garage videos. I think that's going to be the big thing. I have a lot of stuff to do in there, a lot of work to do. A lot of things to take care of in the garage. So it's just getting my butt down there and getting a new toolbox opened up and getting to work. So hopefully it's some kind of content that you guys want to see, or that the YouTube folks out there want to view. But I have work to do. I got some stuff, and I don't really want to give it away yet because then I'll kind of give the video away. So I don't want to do that. Anyhow, it's winter in the north. What can you say? Rain done by noon, so I don't have to load up in the wet. Tomorrow's sunny and cold for the ride. There you go, Payne. So you want to load up in the rain? That's good. Now this tells you how naive I am. Payne's Rods is for your dirt bike. Do you ride it up the ramp into the back of your truck, or do you pick it up and put it in the truck? I imagine it's pretty heavy. I mean, I don't know. Anthony, I'll come help if you want. These are very, very low key things, Anthony. I appreciate it though, but they are super low key stuff. I mean, but I appreciate it. Now, when I do the handlebars, Anthony, I may actually elect to have you come over and help me with that. Be the rider. PA absolutely refuses. He said, nope. He said, I'm not touching your handlebars. He said he's going to break it. And he said he's not messing with it. Too many wires. So, hey, good morning, Chip Seal Rider. And if you could ride on chip seal roads, we love you, because I've done many videos on gravel ties and I hate chip and seal roads. I got to use the jog dial on the Senna that I would have a hard time switching to cardio. Yeah, you get used to using one piece of gear. When you use that one piece of gear, it's hard to change, to something else. And I think because we get used to how something works. But, I think, I don't even know. Is the company that makes, is it Cardio? Is that who makes the cardio communicators, or is it some other company? Like, I mean, Senna is Senna. That's who makes the stuff. Sometimes I push it up the ramp. Other times I'll start it and walk it up under power. That would be my solution. Anthony, I won't be able to call you until later on today. Like I said, classes start here soon. I'll be in classes all morning. So just throwing it out there to you. So if I don't call you until later on, don't get upset. Yeah, video the load today. That would be interesting. Just loading it up, tying it down. I think that's a good video, Pants Rod. Just people don't know how to do that. That's something like I wouldn't have a clue. And you do it like it's nothing because you're used to it. But getting it up the ramp safely, how to tie it down, what points to tie down a motorcycle. I don't know. Do you have a chalk a wheel chalk in your truck that you lock it into? When you do, oh, your bars call me. Okay, I will let you know if I get to that point. Doing bars, people want a lot of money to do bars. I mean, I was gonna check my local shops because you can usually get them done cheaper. But the Harley shop said it, like the bars will cost me what, $200 for a really nice set of bars, maybe 250, and they wanted like $700 to install, $500 to $700 to install, and I was like, yeah, that's a lot of money, but. And they wanted like $1,200 to install on an Ultra with the bat ring fairing. Yeah, that's a lot of money. So yeah, at some point, I don't think bars are hard to change over. I think that's pretty straightforward from the videos I've seen. You just simply take the old bars off, take all the controls off, slowly pull your wires out. The only thing people say is, I can't get the wire back in. Maybe use fish tape or something, that's used for like electrical wiring in a house. Fish the wire back in, connect the wires back up properly, put your clamp on, put your bars on, hook your controls on, and then adjust them and snug them down with a torque wrench. I don't see where it's hard. If it takes me a couple days, that's fine. I don't care. I'm in no rush. It's wintertime. And yeah, Payne's Rods also actually said that he would help me change bars, and I appreciate that. So we've talked about that, right, Paynes? I'll come to your house. You'll see me pulling your driveway with my bars tied to the back of my luggage rack. I'll be like, here I am. And you'll be like, okay, let's get started. So I do have extra help there too, and I do appreciate that. Yeah, and KST has great videos, Steve says, on installing bars. And they're really good. So I just don't know what I want yet. I don't know if I want the standard bars to come up and kind of come out like kind of like Bodine bought, or if I want those chop bars to come up. It's got that spike out the end, that looks really cool. It looks like you're a badass biker. Is that what I want? I don't know. I don't know what I want. Oh, you could ride to me. Boy, Pains. That's really super nice, man. Come all the way down there to Little Pennsylvania. Visit. We could do some garage videos together. You can meet Anthony, Be the Rider PA. Well, you met Be the Rider PA, actually. He wasn't Be the Rider PA when you met him, though, Pains Rods. He was Bingo. He was at the meetup. The meetup actually is what made Be the Rider PA start wanting to do YouTube, because he's seen how much fun it was, what kind of hobby it could be, and that's when he started doing it. So, don't you like the clip? What's the clip hangers? What's clip? Is that the ones you have, Pains? Do you have the clip hangers? I'm going to look them up right now. Clip, K-L-I-P hangers. Clip hangers. Oh. "14-inch chrome." Yeah, those are different. Yeah, your bars. I like your bars. It's just they're different looking. You definitely bought a good set of bars. That's a very expensive set of bars, but they are cool. If nobody's ever seen, and I know you guys have all seen Pains Rod's videos, but this is his bars right here. So, right here is what they look like. I think they're pretty cool how they got those little things at the top, those little nubs there. And the controls, how you can turn them and adjust them and kind of pull them in or out a little bit. It does not fit my bike. What? But yeah, I like those. Those are cool. Very adjustable. I figured they look like they're very adjustable. I use the Yafia 10-inch on my Street Glide, and I think they are awesome. Yafi. I gotta write that down. Yaffe. Yaffe. Yafi. These other ones are called clip hanger. Yeah, I'll figure out something. We'll figure out something to put on the bike. But got a few mods to do this summer or this winter. But if I keep saying that, winter's almost over, guys. It's January. It's going to be April before we turn around. So, and we'll be ready to get the bikes out and be riding. We won't be tearing them down and working on them. That's for sure. Oh, well. Cable wires and clutch and brake lines, heated grips. Yeah, I do definitely want to install heated grips on the new bars. That's something that I have in mind. So, Tazewell will only be a 5-hour ride for me. I may make that ride. Okay, Paul. Yeah, we love to see you down there, man. They got a good group of guys putting that together. They're working really, really hard. They're gonna have vendors. They're gonna have bands. It's almost like going to be like a motorcycle rally. So, I would say this is probably the one not to miss. If you really want to see all these great people, like I want to meet a lot of the people. I can't wait to meet Mr. G 1965. But meet a lot of you guys. A lot of you guys that create videos I've never met. I mean, that would be amazing to get to see you finally and talk to you. I think that's perfect. So it's going to be a big event, super big event. Good times. I would say book your room now. Rooms are going really fast. So, and it's about a 5-hour ride for us too to get there. Well, no, maybe a little longer, maybe 6 or 7-hour ride for us to get to Tazewell. So I was supposed to go there this past summer to hang out with Mr. G. We did make arrangements where I was going to go down, and just kept looking at the. You guys, I don't care about distance. That doesn't matter to me anymore. I can reach it if I can. Even if it takes me 2 days, I'll get there. But I just didn't have the time to go at that time. So Touring Midwest has those. Yeah, he has the same bars too. Touring Midwest does, and he loves them. And he has them on his Road Glide. You're right. So best gun to bar. March is right around the corner. You're right, Anthony. March is coming. I mean, I always say April is more riding season than March. I mean, March is still kind of iffy, but it is. It's right around the corner, man. Can't wait. Can't wait to get the bike out. Now with the heated pants, I can ride even earlier in the season. So as soon as the roads get dry, I'll be out riding. All right, guys. Again, thanks everybody for joining me here. I do keep these to an hour. I have to prepare for my class. So, but thanks for joining me for coffee with HDR again. Thanks for everybody for the words of wisdom on the handlebars, on the Sennas. We got a lot of great conversation done this morning. And hey, we'll see everybody next week. So, and don't forget, next Sunday, just to throw it out there, is going to be the fireside chat with the boys at 6 p.m. next Sunday. So that is, I believe, the 24th. And we will be back with our wives. So that will be our guests will be, our wives will be on with us. So enjoy your day, everybody. Take care. Enjoy the weekend. And I will talk to you next Saturday morning, though. We'll see you back here for another Coffee with HDR. Bye for now, everybody. Oh, remember, ride your own ride if you can. Be safe. I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.